I often find myself needing to create a special effect that includes multiple particle systems. A good example is an explosion that may have a system for the fiery part of the explosion, another for smoke, and perhaps a third for fragments. When designing these in Godot, it's difficult to get them synchronized so you can easily see the combined effect, whether they're one shot, like the explosion example, or looped. This is a quick tip for a technique I use a lot in these cases. So to demonstrate this, I've got three different particle system layers that I've previously created. As explained before in the explosion, we have the three different elements. I combine them into a single special effect under a parent node just by instancing the scenes. This is just because of the way that I've built it for this tutorial. Ideally, you'd probably you'd create each particle system under the parent. But as you can see, they're already out of sync. They don't line up at all in time. The smoke is behind. So the first thing to do is to turn them all into one-shot particle systems, because it's an explosion to begin with. Now you've got the problem that you can't actually trigger all three at the same time. It's impossible. So you can't see how the whole overall effect works. So to overcome this, I create a very simple script on the parent node. First of all, make it a tool so that it works within the editor, so we can see the effect of changes on the particle systems while making changes in the editor. Derive it from node because it doesn't need any special properties, and expose a single Boolean variable. I'll call it emitting just because it's the common name. The important thing is that it has its own custom setter, and in this function we won't actually store the value because I'm not interested in storing the value. I'm using it purely as a trigger, but it's the side effects of setting the value that we're interested in. And in this case, what we're going to do is we're actually going to enable or disable the emitter on each of the child particle systems that we contain within this node. The other thing we must do is restart them so that if we're triggering in quick succession, the systems get restarted rather than trying to continue from where they are. So that makes sure that it all works properly. So once that's done, that's all that's needed. Now if we go back to the 2D view, you'll see straight away we've got a new flag here, and if you click on that, all three particle systems start at the same time, and you can see how they all work.